What's going on, YouTube? Marvel DC Bros coming at you with our Arrow Season 3, Episode 20 review.
Today, we don't really have top 5 moments from this episode because I quite frankly hated this episode. So we're just going to talk about just in general scenes that happened. And our first one was the deleted scene of Laurel saying goodbye to Oliver. If I could hold up like a million of these, I would, because it really pisses me off how she's had more screen time in the promos than she's had in the actual TV show. She's had more screen time in the Flash episodes than she's had in the actual show, and that just pisses me off. And they shouldn't have deleted that scene because they need to stop trying to squash Laurel and Oliver's connection and stop trying to build Felicity and his. It's honestly stupid. That's not how the comics were. That's not what the show is about. It's not about Oliver and Felicity dating. They're spending way too much time on that. Mark, whatever his name is, needs to get his shit together and put Laurel in some scenes. It's really annoying. Past 2 weeks, she's been shafted of scenes, and so I hated that. I hated this whole episode, but I just hated that they deleted that scene.
I disliked this scene because I think Katie Cassidy is the best actor on the show. She's definitely the best actress because she's the female lead. If she wasn't the best actress, she wouldn't be the female lead. So her getting 10 seconds of screen time is stupid, and she can act circles around Emily Bett Ricards, or however you pronounce her last name. So this scene got a thumbs down for me, and I think you guys have heard enough ranting about this stupid scene. Our next moment is the Oliver and Felicity, because I refuse to say Olicity, sex scene. I disliked this moment because I don't like Olicity, so that says the short and sweet version, and I don't want to rant about this, so that's all I'll say.
Got a thumbs down for me because I just think it's stupid that the stupid directors are trying to please certain fans, and I think that's so stupid. They're totally taking away what the show's about by trying to make them have sex, and it was honestly just a stupid and pointless scene. Like, they didn't need to do that. Like, it was honestly completely pointless and stupid. Our next moment is when Felicity ran up to Roz and started acting like she was powerful and mighty and all that, and so that's our next scene. Honestly, in what universe would Felicity not get her throat slit for talking to Roz like that? She went in there yelling at him, acting like she was tough and could beat him, and he would just kill her if anybody else were to talk to him like that. And I don't know why she was such an immaculate conception. And also, she knocked out a League of Assassins member. Poor form, by the way. Just such an unrealistic episode with Felicity. I hated it.
Also, she didn't only knock him out, she knocked him out with what seemed the bottom of a broomstick or something. That's really going to knock out an assassin. Really, Mark Guggenheim, get your stuff together. And I thought it was dumb. Roz would not have shown her the compassion of not killing her. He would have taken her, he would have just stabbed her into a million little pieces if that was anybody else. So I think them making it okay for Felicity to be able to talk to Roz like that was dumb, so that's why I got it. Our fourth moment is Thea being resurrected by the Lazarus Pit. I personally liked this scene in the episode. It was one of the only good scenes of this episode, because I really liked how when Thea came back, she jumped on Oliver and, took him out pretty easily. I thought that was funny. And I really like how they actually use the Lazarus Pit for something good, so that's why it got a thumbs up.
It got a thumbs down for me because that scene, like, the episode was supposed to be about like Thea being revived and stuff, and it wasn't. She was dipped into the Lazarus Pit and came out right away, kicked Oliver, and that was it. It was really short, and I think there should have been more to it. I mean, I liked everything that happened, like in those 10 seconds, but I think there should have been more to the story, or than what happened in the quick 10 seconds. Our fifth moment is Oliver becoming Ra's al Ghul. I once again didn't like this scene. I don't understand why they're making him become Ra's al Ghul. I understand it was to save Thea and like it's for the show or whatever, but it's just like the show's just getting kind of stupid. I can't believe I'm saying it. It's my favorite show, but it really is. It's kind of losing its touch, and it's worrying about too little and too stupid of things rather than Oliver. And so I think it's cool that he's becoming it, but I don't see why really.
I thought it was really cool him suiting up in the League of Assassins gear. And the only other thing I'm going to say is Al Sahem, Ray Al Ghul, you will obey. That was by far the coolest scene of this season. So that's all I have to say to defend my answer. Our final scene is Sarah being cut from the episode. I disliked this moment because I really have started to like Sarah's character. At the beginning of season 2, I absolutely could not stand her, but she really grew on me. She became one of my favorite characters, and I was really looking forward to seeing her in tonight's episode. So it got a thumbs down for me because of that, because I really like Sarah and I was looking forward to her showing up, and because they cut 2 Lance Sisters scenes out of this episode, and that just really makes me mad. So that's why I got a thumbs down.
Yeah, I didn't like it either. I was so stoked for this episode. I was like, Sarah's back. This makes me so happy. I can't wait to see her. And once again, the Lances get their scenes cut. So I did not like that at all. Next is our overall grade for the episode. And we thumbs up or thumbs down. Mine was a thumbs down. I didn't like one scene in this episode. I thought it was awful. I mean, Laurel was in it for 5 seconds. It was basically all about Felicity and unrealistic crap that would never happen. Sarah was cut out of it, and it was just a poor episode. And on a scale from like a grading scale, I'd give it a 0. Just it miserably failed. It was awful.
I give this episode a thumbs down too. I like 2 scenes from the episode, and I'm not going to lie, this episode was pretty intense. But honestly, over the past couple of episodes, they've dropped so many things. They've dropped Laurel's character completely, who became pretty badass with Nissa's training. They've dropped the Thea and Malcolm, or Thea disliking Malcolm, whole entire story arc. I mean, she just basically forgave him after he got tortured by the League. I don't understand that. They kind of brought it back, but not really. So it pains me to say this episode gets a 42, and I disliked it a lot, and I hope that the end of this season makes up for it, because I honestly, if it stays about the same, I probably won't watch next season. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And this has been Marvel DC Bros, signing out.